Apothecary Diaries, Season 2, Episode 19. The hairpin. Episode 43, Festival. Mamo just settling into her new life here. Gee, you don't say. How could anyone possibly confuse red and green? Holy Mother Link confirmed? See, this is weird. I'm trying to figure out if this has a connection or not. Could be coincidence, but they keep mentioning Tanuki in other contexts when we've heard it introduced in the Lacan and Lulan's father comparison. She can't escape the cat allegations. So we're still friends. The friendship was at least partly real. It was genuine. You know what's missing? Lulan. Lulan is currently missing. Is it the Jinshi stick? He told her to use it. And she kept it. She still has it. Big test. He'd be super pissed. Wow. I feel like he would ask about it, right? He already has asked about it. Yeah, this is just my life now, I guess. That's how Mama rolls. Oh, I just can anticipate there's something coming where, like, we're gonna get sucked in and it's gonna feel maybe sympathetic. But, like, we probably can't choose both. You know, you can't serve two masters, as they say. I think the hair stick thing brings that directly into focus, right? Would you give the hair stick to me? Maybe another reading of that is, would you pass up Jinshi for me, right? Like, would you give up on your life? Or how much of your relationship with him and, by extension, the palace is just your role? You know, you found yourself there like you found yourself here. And how much is actually your genuine feelings at this point? Like, if you actually were free to choose, what would you choose? And, I mean, even already, I imagine that's not like a super 100% clear answer for Mao Mao, even without knowing the full story here. But like, it also is clear it's not nothing, right? Like, there's something there with her life in the palace and Jinshi and the people she knows there. It's very interesting. It's kind of cool. It's very solemn, but... Uh-huh. Oh, wait, what? Am I understanding this correctly? This is a mating ritual? I suddenly feel a little bit nervous about, like, we're being walked into this festival not knowing what the festival is. What's at the top of the stairs? And, like, what do you want with Mao Mao? It feels like that movie Midsummer. Midsummer, or however that's pronounced. Sounds like you want to tell me. Uh-huh. A certain group, you say. A tale as old as time, probably. Something I came across this year and have been thinking about ever since in multiple forms is what I heard referred to as the parasite problem, where like as soon as there's something good, since it's hard to make things that are good and a much easier strategy is to like come in and take something that's good, anytime anything's amassed, wealth, power, fun, that doesn't even necessarily have to be outright deliberately malicious, though also probably sometimes deliberate and malicious, will attract those that want to reap the fruits of the harvest. It's one of the reasons why nothing good is perfectly static. It's sort of this constant moving target problem. Oh, they're the ancestors. Yeah, there it is. Right. This is the color blindness thing. Well, that proves they are of the Holy Mother. They're the same people. Journey from the West. This is such a big topic. It's probably too much for this moment. But another thing I've been thinking a lot about is identity and how many different components of that there are and how like each component of it breaks down into more layers than I thought. So for example, there's the self, right? There's family, there is DNA, there's your locality, you know, like coming from New York, that's a big thing. I'm a New Yorker. Obviously there's nationalism, values, religion, etc., etc., etc. And then that breaks down further. Like let's take nationalism. If you're nationalistic and you say you love your country, what exactly is it that you love? Is it the land barriers? Like, because I was born in this plot of land, I love this plot of land, and it's this land that is that value that I'm defending or fighting for or protecting or whatever. Also, for some countries that are very homogenous, the national identity is very much a matter of genetics. And then also possible in nationalism is belief in certain values that you think the country represents or holds or whatever. So it's not even all the same nationalism. This kind of comes into the question here because it's like, what matters? Like, what do you rally really behind? And what are the actual motivations behind it? For them, it's DNA. Why does that matter and how far do you take that? You sort of can't ignore any of them. I don't really feel like I have good clarity on this yet, but where I'm leaning at least is maybe unsurprisingly that values are really like the layer. Genetics is a really tough one to overcome. Like we're just so wired for that, but there's more than one type of DNA. There's the actual literal DNA. There's also a DNA to action. I know that sounds corny, but like given the connectedness of the world and people and the ripple effects of deed, everyone's actions also have a sort of genetic lineage into the world. And so I think even though it's hard to like sync with that on an instinctual level, that I think is maybe where it's at, which is not to say the other things are unimportant, not to downplay actual physical mechanisms of human life. Maybe it's something like the distinction to be made is when those other things that can be really beautiful and important, like DNA and even your country's land boundaries, culture, whatever, cross over or conflict with the value strata where like I gotta preserve my genetic lineage. So, you know, whatever atrocities, terrible scheming and plotting, horrors that people commit in the name of this, that, or the other. Leave your mask behind. You can throw your mask away. No more pretending. And the subtitles. Come get some food. Oh. Go for it. I'm not gonna lie, I've eaten locusts. Oh yeah, memories. Especially not right now. This fried frog is making me nostalgic for home. I swear I'm not judging. It just snuck in there. Yeah, as opposed to locusts that are delicious. I'll take your word for it. I believe you. Oh, is it the kid? That annoying kid? I feel like you're deliberately showing me stuff. What do you want?
あの人の田んぼ、育ちが悪いところがあんだよな。ケチだから、そこから取れたやつしかくれないんだよね。
We expected premium rice stock. What is this inferior rice stock? This is like the ancient Chinese version of your grandmother giving you a peppermint candy or like a nickel, you know, don't spend it all in one place. That's just a rite of passage. Now eat your peppermint candy or inferior barley or whatever. She is. And she'll pretend she isn't, always. You were actually tolerable. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. My timing was so bad. This is where I feel really guilty. Why do we burn the masks? It's cool. It's still somber. I wouldn't say it's like delightful or an overabundantly joyous occasion. It is very serious, similar to the garden parties, but it makes up for that in being like interesting. I mean, I think I would really enjoy this festival. That's my event review. Apothecary Diaries event review. I give it a 4 out of 5. Garden party 2 out of 5. Escape from captivity. You still could do it. It's still fun to do it. You don't need to believe it. Why are enemy kids like this? Why are they all like this? Should try harder. I'm not a kid. I'm a real adult. I don't need anyone. And then everyone's like, oh, but he's a really great kid for some reason. When actually he's a little turd and there's like nothing interesting about him. Every anime kid. I'm actually curious, who likes this part of anime? The bratty tsundere kid. For what reason? It's not endearing. You know what's really endearing in kids is like you get to enjoy their childlike wonder and they're fun to be around. They're like positive and they want to play with you and stuff. They look at you with like bright eyes. That's a cool kid. Not like making noise and being irritable. I have adult life for that. I've heard it said that, you know, parents have done a really good job when other adults want to engage with the child. Because if that's not the case, it's probably neutrality at best and like just sheer avoidance at worst. In which case, the kid probably isn't getting the attention or interaction that he or she needs to develop past the role of kid, going overboard again. But that created a lot of haunting thoughts for me when I first heard that, because I started to trace back some of my own history, especially adolescence. And I'm like, oh, that explains a lot. This is pretty cool. Like, I would genuinely enjoy this, I think. It's awesome. It's vivid and striking. Also, the year gap is interesting. Hope all your wishes come true. As long as they were good wishes. What would have Mama wished for? I feel like that's a loose thread that needs tying. Oh, is that how it works? They really thought this through.
子を残すのみ。
That's an interesting line. And also on theme, on brand for her with insects. I mean, speaking of genetics and how also there are other types of genetics than the physical, this probably also has multiple interpretations. I mean, I know this is very literally like a lineage thing, right? But just broadly, there's an interpretation about overall legacy, right? We are impermanent, and in a sense, emotionally, maybe what you're leaving behind is your hopes and dreams and your wishes. There's no way to know and there's no way to control it. So to believe in any sort of significance in humanity and humanity's future is to be harboring a certain amount of faith. And not all wishes can be granted, I guess. Some sink to the bottom of the lake. Why weren't you at the ceremony?
祭りはどうだった？
Dramatic.
行ったらちょうど今日が中にいてね。
What's on your mind?
そろそろ約束を果たしてもらおうかと。
Oh yeah, the recipe.
自分の立場は分かっているのか？
No, but
形としては人質だが。
right, it's confusing.
扱いはだいぶ緩い。逃げても無駄だと思っているのか？他に理由がある。
I think they're convicted in their goals, and they think they're right, and so there's less reason to force Mamo to do anything, because Mamo will see that they're right. I think they also wish to be good. I think they have this very, very strong goal, but for what it's worth, they don't wish to become monsters. That's my reading of it at this point. And then also, like, you're way out in the middle of nowhere.
不満だらけのフグですか？割合は？
She already has her guesses.
量はどれぐらいが適量ですか？
She could be 90% of the way there already.
マンだらけはいらないと思う。
いらない。
Oh, this is a breakthrough.
異国のレシピには書いてあったが、昏睡を長引かせるもので。
Oh, it's a
人を
foreign
奴隷にする
recipe.
際、意識を失わせるために入れたのだろう。
Oh, it was for kidnapping. Wow, just like they did to Mamo.
まだまだ改良の余地あり。
私でどうぞ。
I had a
お
feeling
前
what
では試
happened.
さない。
なんでですか？遠慮せずに。
I volunteer as tribute.
お姉ちゃんもマオマオも友達少ないもんね。
Damn it to say it like that.
黙って。
Put it out on the table. Well, they got friends now, and colleagues and peers.
もっと止水に聞きたいことがあったけど、なぜ私を連れてきたのか。
Yes.
何が目的で動いているの
Why
か。
don't you ask? What are they gonna do? Kidnap you? They're not gonna kill you, clearly. I feel like Mamo could be like, well, I'm leaving now. And they'd be like, I really wish you wouldn't. I don't know. It's very easy in this situation, since this is all nice and we're going to Fox festivals, to forget that they did try to kill Jinshi. That was a real thing that happened.
外に見張りがいるから逃げようなどと思うなよ。
Uh-huh. Okay.
逃げないと思うけどね。
Right.
お前見張りつけられるとか何やったの？
I was born.
マオマオ、朝ごはん冷めちゃうよ。
後でいい。
And she didn't eat for 3 days. If only she cared this much about her lady exam, she would have been best lady.
今日、あなたは食器片付けなさい。
And when they clean up the dishes.
あいついいとこの坊ちゃんなんじゃないの？
乗車必須。ずっと名家の坊ちゃんでいられるかはわか
Speaking
ら
of
ない
it,
でしょ。
yeah.
そういうもんか。
Speaking of inevitable decay.
昨日のかんざしは？
寝台の脇。
もう適当に置いて。
Do you even know what it means? All of the meanings?
ちょっと物足りないかな。
Oh, this is some meaning,
これ
right?
でよしと。
She just stuck her own pin in there.
マッサージもうまくできないと熱いお湯かけられるの。だから必死で覚えたんだ。
それは怖いな。ろくでもない主人だ。
違うよ。お母様なんだ。それ。
Oh, okay. There's a lot more to that. Her mother, that lady, right? The lineage is confusing, but somewhere in that line of the girl who got pregnant by the doctor,
私も今日は出かけるから。
the friendliest captive. Thank you for the hairpin. Whatever multiple meanings that has. We are now engaged. Ominous.
ああ、佐藤座の古い倉庫だよ。ネズミが入るからって床が高い新しい倉庫を作ったんで。
City rat. Are you a city rat or a country rat? Oof. These rats may be not as safe as I would have initially thought.
あそこに行くことはできる？
でもお前見張られてるんだろ？
As long as I don't leave
ま
the
あ行けなくもな
village.
いけど。
本当に？どうやって？
Mirrors. Oh, we are out. This is actually a test, right? She's just gonna go right back.
この窓の大きさと残ってる稲の幅。
Not enough sunlight.
普通は日当たりがいい方がよく育つと言われるけど、昼夜ずっと明るい光を浴び
Too
る
much light.
と育ちが狂うことがある。
Man, life is so fragile and delicate and complicated.
水霊は言っていた。薬を人体で試すに
Oh
は
no,
ま
this is
だまだ
dark.
改良の余地ありだと。なるほど。捕まえやすい小動物で試してたということか。
Man, it's tough out there for a country rat. It's city rat for me all the way.
なんでこんなものが。ここまでは予想してな
Oh,
かっ
it's
た。
the Feifas. They're mass producing Feifas. Man, they're very busy. Big plans. Oh, that's the iron, right? Or the metal or whatever. that Lahan was saying.
なぜ鍵が開いていたのかしら。
I wonder who you are.
誰か閉め忘れ。
Is this what's her name?
おかしいわね。
Shenmei.
問題がありましたか？
And you, one of you, both of you, one of you.
いいえ、アイラさん。
Ayla. Is she the aggressive one? That was violent. Oh, hello. What are you gonna do? Take me hostage?
汚いネズミが2匹入り込んでいたよう
Are
だ。
you a city rat or a country rat? Oh, he's shivering in his boots.
この人が
She does not look nice. She looks gone. Like, way gone. Like, wow. They really captured that in that portrait. She did it. She did everything. Lan Shiren good, this lady bad. That might be how that ends up falling. Actually, it might be like a triangle or stages with Suirei kind of in the middle because she's not great, right? That'll be a very interesting tree to shake now that Mama's here as sort of an objective, independent, and also conscientious observer with, I guess, ties to both worlds. She's building ties to this life, right? This place. She's not against it. She's not antagonistic to it, but, you know, she has her roots in the palace as well. This lady, I guess, why Suirei is so good at chores. She's dodging brooms and swords, I guess, from this lady.